My mom and my dad have always told me that job hunting in and of itself is a job, and it's one of the most unrewarding jobs you will ever have in your life. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, thank you for stopping by. And if you are returning, thank you for coming back. My name is LA, and today I got a little bit of a rant for you. I actually had a video I recorded earlier today. I recorded it this morning, and it was about the Arizona bounty bill, which I'll post that maybe in a week or two. But what I want to talk about today is our really terrible job market. Our job market is really horrible, and it's really amazing to me that no one's talking about it. Well, the unemployed are talking about it. I don't see a politician talking about unemployment rates. I don't see a politician talking about how we're going to get people employed. I don't see anyone talking about these stagnant wages. I don't see anyone talking about any of that. You know what I see people talking about? I see people talking about ICE. I see people talking about undocumented immigrants. I see people talking about Elon Musk in the Department of Government Efficiency, or whatever the heck made up job position Trump gave him.
You made that up!
I see a lot of things that have nothing to do with Americans being able to afford housing, to afford having kids, to being able to put food on their tables, to being able to provide, to even just have a job for mental stability. That's what a lot of people need. They just need something for mental stability. And there is a real big issue with not having a job right now. And for some reason, our government does not seem to care. Inflation is going up. I don't see anyone doing anything about that. Not like one singular person can control inflation anyway. That's more of a worldwide economic issue. But no one's talking about the job market. Is that weird to any of you? That seems really off to me. So, like, here's a beef that I'm having right now. Trump signed an executive order. I think it was an executive order. He signed something. He's signing something every other day. It's hard to keep track, but he signed something like last week about IVF. Now, this IVF bill that he signed is supposed to make having kids more affordable. It's supposed to encourage couples, women really, for being honest, because that's who it really impacts, because men don't get pregnant. Really has nothing to do with them, other than they're the father of the child, presumably. But it's supposed to make IVF more affordable. So if you don't know this, IVF and IUI are two different ways for women to become pregnant if they struggle with infertility. Either they struggle with it, or their husband, partner, male partner struggles with it, for a variety of reasons. My husband came in the room. Anyway, what was I talking about? IVF? Okay. I can't remember the difference between the two. I know one. No, it doesn't matter. I'll put links to them in the description. Just know that it helps with infertility. So he signed these orders, but you'll notice that nowhere in these orders does it say anything about what you might need after you have your child. Like, I don't know, maternity leave, paid, maybe longer than 8 weeks, or 12 that you get from FMLA, which, by the way, if you didn't know this about FMLA, you only qualify for it anyway if you've been at your employer for about a year. I think you have to work 1,250 hours. You, what else is it? Oh, your employer has to have 50 or more employees as well. And then FMLA doesn't even necessarily guarantee. Well, actually, all it does is it guarantees that you'll have your job. You're also not paid on your FMLA unless you have PTO, or unless your employer has paid maternity leave in their package that they give you. Trump talked about how he wants to help people start families, but there's more to starting a family than just getting pregnant. It's the financial part that comes with it too. It's being able to have a work-life balance. It's being able to have a job, which so many people can't even get that. Who wants to have kids when you don't have a job? No, don't get me wrong. You're going to experience job loss probably sometime in your life. I'm experiencing it right now, which is partially why I'm talking about this. But you are going to experience job loss in your life. You just are. Most people are at least one time in their life. And the irresponsible thing is to have kids and start a family when you can't provide for them. And the number one way you do that in this country is with money. How do you get money? You get it with a job. And no one is talking about this. That is wild to me. I am not concerned about an undocumented immigrant over in Iowa working a construction job right now. They ain't got nothing to do with me. Ain't nothing to do with me. And before you're worried, you talk about, well, they're taking American jobs. Which jobs are they taking? Let me tell you what my qualifications are, okay? I have a teaching license, grade 7 through 12. I have an MBA. I have a master's in curriculum and instruction. I have administrative experience as well. What undocumented worker is trying to take my job? There's Americans that don't want to take my job. There's Americans that don't want to be teachers because of how we're treated and how we're paid. I have 2 master's degrees, and I had to get those on top of 10 years of experience just to get paid what someone starting out in nursing gets paid, or cybersecurity gets paid, or even police officers start out making more than I did. My starting salary in 2013, you ready for this? My starting salary in 2013 as a teacher was around $33,000 before tax. And not only was that my starting salary, our district was put on a pay freeze when I started. And so I was on that same step 1, for the next 4 years. I think they gave me like $1,000 a year increase. I think that's how much it was. But that's it. That was my starting salary in 2013. And I don't think that district pays that much better now. It might be like up in the 40s starting. But who's gonna be able to buy a house at $42,000? Who's gonna be able to buy a reliable car at $42,000 when you have to also buy, like, you have to pay for your phone. You might have to pay for like computer equipment. You have to pay like your rent. Well, rent is ridiculous. My mortgage is so much less than what people are paying rent around me. I have a 3-bedroom, 2.5-bath house. And there are people that are in a 1-bedroom, 1-bathroom in my area that pay more for their apartment than what I'm paying for my mortgage. Our energy bill was over $400 last week. Or not last week, I'm sorry, last month. And we already know that wages are not keeping up with inflation. And that's if you can even get a wage. Like I said, there's so many people on unemployment. And I don't understand why this is not being talked about more. So I would like to hear some of your guys' unemployment stories. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to start doing some videos on the job subreddits and put them in here so we can call attention to this. So if you would like to hear more about that, because I will be talking about it, please like and subscribe, comment, leave your own horror story of job hunting and recruiting. My mom and my dad have always told me that job hunting in and of itself is a job, and it's one of the most unrewarding jobs you will ever have in your life. So please, once again, like, subscribe, leave a comment, and I will see you in the next video.